Story Protocol Price Prediction, the AI coin that could outperform all other altcoins. How Story Protocol is leveraging the AI trend to leave all other altcoins behind, you'll find out what really matters now. Welcome to 10x Crypto, your channel for honest, data-driven altcoin analysis. Today, let's take a look together at Story Protocol, a blockchain coin that hardly anyone is talking about yet, but which already has a fairly high market cap. Why is Story Protocol so relevant? In essence, they store music, art, and AI data on the blockchain in a way that's completely tamper-proof and transparent. Story Protocol uses its own Layer 1 infrastructure. That means maximum security, scalability, and low fees. The blockchain is EVM compatible and based on the Cosmos SDK. What's special, for example, is proof of creativity. This allows every creator to prove that the work really comes from them, and of course, they are paid directly as well. Smart contracts handle everything automatically. For example, when it comes to licenses, but also payments, and even in cases where things get a bit more critical. So, in other words, no middlemen, no waiting times, no uncertainties. The IP is registered as an NFT legal and programmable license. This ensures international recognition, for example, according to the Berne Conventions, and the partnerships are also strong. Google Cloud. Stability AI. Leading crypto investors are pushing the Story Protocol ecosystem forward in a big way. For long-term minded investors, this means this is where the backbone of the creator economy is being built. Before we dive into the in-depth analysis, grab yourself a coffee and leave a like for me. And if you want to find real altcoin gems early, then check out the 10x Elite. There you'll get insight into my portfolio, the 10x ranking list. I've analyzed 100 altcoins and my hidden gem radar. There I showcase low caps before anyone else knows about them, and you also get access to the 10x indicator. So if you want to move away from speculation and randomness and prefer to trade with strategies, data, and structure, then the 10x Elite is the next logical step. You'll find all the information in the video description. But attention, a disclaimer, my channel is not financial advice, but purely for informational purposes. Let's start with the market capitalization. Story Protocol is a mid-cap with about 1.5 billion US dollars. That means the coin is stable. Good enough for institutions, but at the same time still small enough for solid growth. A strong 8 in this category. Next up is the supply, the circulating supply. Currently 32% of the tokens are in circulation. The rest will follow with a 48-month vesting plan, meaning a lockup period. That's a solid 7 here. Next, let's look at the roadmap. It shows realistic goals, the team provides regular updates, cloud partnerships, AI integration. They're extremely strong in this area, a 9. Let's move on to the team. The minds behind Story Protocol have experience in blockchain, artificial intelligence, and content creation. Even the departure of one of the co-founders didn't slow down the project. A strong 7 in this area. What's the narrative? Here, blockchain meets AI. So, tokenization as well, a combination that's currently very much in the spotlight. A strong 9. So what problem are they actually solving? Many creatives in the digital world are not properly rewarded for their work. Story Protocol offers a transparent, blockchain-based solution for this. A strong 9. Next, energy efficiency. Story Protocol uses an energy-efficient proof-of-stake system which minimizes the ecological footprint. A strong 9. Now, investors and capital. The project is backed by $140 million from top venture firms. Funded. This naturally creates trust and long-term growth. Strong partnerships, 10 out of 10. Now let's talk about the competition. This is where it gets interesting. That's always the case. Many altcoins are, of course, fighting for dominance, but IP here is really very unique and doesn't have all that many competitors. But if you want to check out other Layer 1s, I've analyzed a lot of them as well. Take a look at the 10x Universe playlist, it's really interesting. Next weekend, I've analyzed 2 more altcoins. They're very exciting. Definitely subscribe to the channel, activate the bell so you don't miss the altcoins. In this area, a strength, 8. Now we come to marketing. Story Protocol has strong partnerships and a dedicated community. This generates attention, for example, through events like the Origin Summit. This is a strength in that area. 8. How simple is that idea? IP as a self-programmable NFT for logging and so on is technically, of course, demanding. But if it's explained well, it's also understandable for investors. Here, a solid 7. So what is the long-term vision? The goal, of course, is to build a creator economy and an industry-leading infrastructure. The IP market being addressed is huge. The entire market is worth $80 trillion. Strong 9. Then deflationary, what about there? They have a maximum supply of 1 billion tokens. They also have token burns. Scarcity is created with transactions. That's a good signal for the future. A strong 8 here. Then fully diluted market cap. It's in a healthy ratio. A strong 7 here. So what about the volume? The trading volume is about 3.5% of the market cap, which indicates extremely high liquidity. Strong 10. Let's move on to token distribution. As already mentioned, there's a 48-month vesting period, so a lockup. This ensures a stable distribution and is extremely important to avoid dumping. A strong 8 here. Then what about the top coin holders? The top 10 wallets control about 60%, although of course some of these addresses belong to major exchanges. That minimizes the risk again. Here, just a solid 7. So what is the actual use of the IP token? It serves many functions: gas fees, staking, on-chain governance, licensing. That of course makes it extremely versatile for the ecosystem. Strong 9. Then the community with over 620,000 followers. For example, with X and many active wallets, Story Protocol has a strong community. Are you also a Story Protocol holder or a fan of the project? Let me know in the comments. Here, a strong 9. So what kind of events are coming up? Anything else? Major events like network updates, buyback programs, and further partnerships could of course give a massive boost in the coming months. Strong 8. Yes, my clear conclusion. Story Protocol has already impressed me. It combines one of the most favorable valuations. With a strong use case and a huge market, the protocol economy is solid, the roadmap is ambitious, and the community is growing. What makes Story Protocol so special is that it has hardly any competition and an extremely compelling narrative: artificial intelligence, but also blockchain. In the 10x ranking, they hold a solid position. So for anyone who wants to invest in the creator economy for the long term and believes that this could really get a massive boost, you should definitely take a closer look at Story Protocol and add it to your watch list. Before we get into the price predictions, if you still want to trade altcoins, I recommend my favorite crypto exchange. You'll even get a welcome bonus if you use my link. So all the information is in the pinned comment. Let's move on to the price scenarios. How could the price develop? But very important, by the way, right at the beginning. Price scenarios are only based on mathematics. No one can tell you. The future is always extremely important to consider. You can only see a tendency. In the bear scenario, the price could be around $3. This is a conservative option if the market simply doesn't achieve what it should, especially in the area of altcoins. Let's move on to the normal case. Here, we would be in a steady upward trend. The coin could move towards $7. A somewhat more realistic assessment. Let's move on to the optimistic scenario. If the price really explodes massively, Story Protocol could then reach $15. That would already indicate strong demand, especially if partnerships increase and further network updates are introduced. Now let's move on to the optimistic case. Here, they could really continue to take advantage of their unique position and be the only one truly supporting creators. Then up to $40 would be possible. That would really be a game changer. Then, Vision 2030. If Story Protocol realizes its long-term and full potential. Prices of $140 might not be that far off anymore, but that's an extremely bullish scenario. And it first assumes that the next bear market will come, and then the next bull market. But now, let's take a look at the current situation. What does the current chart analysis look like? Yes, hello, and welcome to my chart analysis of Story. First, for your information, I use TradingView and a custom developed indicator. I developed the indicator to ultimately see whether we are in the overbought or oversold area. A quick example, many people buy here, then the hype comes and everyone buys. Then a red dot is formed as soon as we enter overbought zones, which simply shows me, okay, now might be a point where I should take profits or exit completely. On the other hand, when many people are selling and we enter oversold zones, this is indicated by a green dot. That means For me, it could potentially be an interesting entry point. Then we also have small red and green dots, which ultimately indicate trend reversals. For example, a small red dot signals a bearish trend reversal, so the price could go down, while green indicates a bullish one. That's all for now on this topic. Now let's move on to the story. What does the situation look like at the moment? In the end, they were listed here, for example, on Maxi. At first, they were pushed up quite strongly, 500%, and then effectively by 1000%. Here, the top was reached, which was immediately indicated by the indicator with a red dot, and now it has gone down. We were here, this was the flash crash, but at the moment we're still not in the absolutely oversold area. As you can see here, we're currently here. And down here, we're slowly entering oversold territory. So what would I do right now? At the moment, I would wait until we're back in oversold zones and then take it from there. If you want to know when I ultimately get into altcoins, like I get in, or if you want to use the 10x indicator yourself, you can get it either in the 10x Elite or you can also buy it. You can find all the information for that in the video description. If you want more in-depth analysis like this, then check out the next video. Here, I've analyzed an altcoin that might be interesting for you. Have fun and thanks for watching. See you in a bit.